My people, it's about that time. Today is March 21st, 2019, and we are live from the USA, hoping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. Is your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I wanted to get on and take a break from, the cycles and charts and, BTC to the USD on a 343 and really, take a step back so we could take a step forward and look to the macro cycles of the orbits around us. This is the star cycle edition, of BK's expedition into academic enrichment, things we were never taught in schools. So I hope you enjoy. If this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, known as the Crypto Trader, and I'm the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day you get to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So what we're going to do, it looks like, is jump on into it. I'm in the chat right now. I want to make sure people are there. Grimly, what's going on? Good to see you. All right. Good to see you guys are on. All right, cool. So the biggest thing about this whole episode today is really, again, to take a look at what's happening above our heads, as above, so below. And oftentimes the cycles we experience on the ground are, an immediate result of what's happening in the cosmic origins above us. So I'm not sure if you guys heard about it. Hopefully you have. We just experienced within the past 24 hours a super worm equinox moon. Most people don't even know what either one of those words actually means. And so today I'm going to jump into it. Maybe that one. Maybe you know what the moon is. But I had to look up, what is a worm moon? What is a super moon? What does the equinox mean? And so that's what I'm doing on this show, is really putting it all together for you. Miss Rhonda Hall, good to see you. Thanks for joining. And essentially, when you type it in the Big Brother, this is kind of the force-fed, watered-down version that you get. Miss Denise was kind enough to tell us that it's a spectacle consisting of 3 back-to-back supermoons. Again, we don't really know what that word is, but monthly elliptical orbit around the planet. So yes, we know the moon, is full every 28 days. But again, it really doesn't tell us anything. They make sure to tell us about the Virtual Telescope project centered around Rome beginning on Wednesday. And that's pretty much it. Nothing. Pointless. Get out of here. What is a supermoon? This is why I'm late coming on the air this morning. I literally spent about an hour researching it, trying to look this stuff up. It's a full moon that reaches its closest point to Earth. It's not a monthly moon, because a supermoon doesn't happen every month. It's actually brighter and larger. It's not an optical illusion. Your eyes produce your own reality. So don't let somebody tell you that your own eyes lie to you. It's the spring equinox is actually when the Earth's equator is the closest to the sun that it will be all year, right? So not only is the moon the closest to the Earth, but also the Earth is the closest to the sun. And essentially, you have an alignment, 1 + 2 = 3, of the 3 shortest points between all 3 of them, right? The next time this alignment happens on the spring equinox will be in 2144. I won't be around to see it, which is why I'm doing this video today, to let the people know. When we look at the cycles of how this stuff is coming around, and the fact that the moon is in Virgo entering Libra, that is also very symbolic as well. Now, keep in mind, I am no expert on, these astrology cycles. I merely just look it up, put the stuff together, and jump on here and talk about it for a while. But what does Virgo mean? They talk about Virgo is the virgin, the woman born of a virgin. Does that sound familiar? It shines the brightest because it's a noble cause, particularly excels in standing up for justice. Can't tolerate injustices and mistreatments of the weak, champions of the underdog. Virgo is essentially the motherly force guiding the universe, protecting all of her children, so to speak, right? And this, I do believe, is eerily reminiscent of that BTC logo behind the forces, right? If we were to envision what a motherly symbol would look like, a noble cause, a warrior for justice, power to the people, I would say we have no other embodiment than blockchain technology and BTC right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially after 2008, 2009, that's when this thing came out. And now here we are 10 years later, CJB still bad mouthing it, bobbleheads on TV disavowing it. And it's like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's good, actually. Because as it says at the bottom, Virgo is a sign of idealism. In an ideal world, all children raised in pure and positive environments. And I cannot think of a more positive environment than to BYOB, be your own bank. So you don't have to rely on the cackstock capitalism and the debt, and destruction that the dollar brings you on the other side, right? They also talk about this super moon is a full moon that has reached its closest point to Earth. We talked about that. Now, this is from the Guardian's website. When you scour around the internet and just take screenshots, I don't want to, get a little suppression on this video because I jump on, CJB's website and they don't want me clicking on their website on live on the air, talking over it and all that. So I just took this little screenshot. I'm talking through it, but this is from one of the videos on the Guardian website. And they showed a super full moon and the spring equinox flying over the Statue of Liberty. What does that even mean? Have you even thought about it? Have you spent 2 minutes to look around the world around you and try to interpret some of these symbols, right? Well. Perhaps that dawn that they've been seeking for so long is actually breaking daylight as we speak. Perhaps this is an astrological alignment to which the next 20 years will in turn determine the next 200. Perhaps the what was it? It's always a super eclipse happening like every 2 days. It's like we've become watered down to it. But this is like monumental occurrences. The eclipse that happened in 2017, August 2017. Do you realize that was actually prophesized in Revelations with the thorns on the head and the lion and the Virgo and the spent 9 months? It's like these are indeed the symbols, the images, and the pictures that you should understand when they talk about a Virgo. When they talk about the queen fighting for justice, when they talk about the Libra scales, that's literally what just happened right here. Full moon enters Virgo. Full moon enters Libra. Virgo, queen of justice. You can't see her hand, but she's actually sticking her sword in a snake down there. Never knew how a blind woman could walk around with her boob out, blindfolded, killing a snake and holding a scale perfectly balanced. But here you go. This is how it works, right? So we got the Libra scales on one side. We got Virgo, also can be Isis and, different interpretations on that side. But this in itself could actually symbolize the scales of justice being shifted back to the people. Do you see what's happening around you? I don't get on and talk like this every day for a reason, but once in a while, when you have something happen over your head, then you need to interpret it and readjust your scope to what's actually happening on the ground. They talk about the moon setting over Rome. What is Rome? What is Rome? An illusion. A city once was, so they tell us. And now it's this big, ancient, decadent, beautiful, never did any harm in the world. Just so glad that they're there. Let's go look at the Coliseum. Make sure you buy your football tickets for Sunday. Let's look at the Coliseum. It's breaking down. We have to preserve it. Oh, you know, they're building a new football stadium here in Las Vegas. Let's look at the Coliseum. Let's give bread and circuses to the people. This is Rome. The full moon has been setting on Rome. The Guardian said the full moon is setting on this monstrosity to which we call the Statue of Liberty. Look up the original name of the Statue of Liberty. Look up the piece of land that it stands on. Look up the people who built that land. Break the first name of that land into two names and understand what it really stands for. And then type in the Big Brother. What's happening to all the RCC indoctrinates lately? The Libra scales are shifting. And this is no coincidence. This is a system of design. However, little do we know that it's a much, 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 much larger design than most of us know to give it credit for. Right? And after that, once you do 10 minutes of due diligence, probably save you about 10 years of ignorance. Then use this opportunity to plant a seed, right? Because it is actually the spring equinox. This is the harvest season. This is first fruit time. Now is time to start to reap what you sowed, so to speak. And again, we're talking about Libra scales. We're talking about Virgo. We're talking about celestial alignments. And now we're back down to the ground floor talking about the macro everyday, what you can do today to ensure your next 20 years are not in detriment to yourself. Just have a positive view on what you want to do, especially during this time, during the next 28, 24, 48 hours. This thing is going to fill out and your thoughts can essentially become your reality. Just that quick. So plant a seed to the universe and let the stars harvest and fulfill them on your behalf. If you appreciate this video, give it a thumbs up. Like I said, I don't come on and do too much symbology, that the powers that be have kept us ignorant to. But I think in this video, just to give you a little taste of it, a little appetizer, not too wrong with diversifying your palate. That being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out. Boss. Boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back up through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Like, subscribe, and share. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.